Hello, everybody. How you doing, Karen?
Hey, Gail.
Good to
Hello,
see you.
everyone.
Hey. We're back. We're back with some more good information and just trying to enliven and enlighten, right, Karen?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Gail and I've been talking about how important it is for us to encourage you that
Yes.
you can do the impossible.
Encourage for the impossible. You know, that is such a great phrase, is it not? I just love that because we're going through so much. Everybody's going through so much. This is trying times for us in this country and in the world. Would you say
Yes.
everybody's struggling with something? I mean, I know I am. Maybe I'm speaking about myself or my own self, but I don't think so. Everybody I talk to is experiencing some kind of trial and trouble and tribulation.
It's true. It's true. And what's so important, our whole goal is because life has ups and downs.
Yes.
And sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. But what is so important is to learn to handle the downs.
Yes.
That's our goal on this channel, is to help women. Ladies, our goal is to help ladies handle the down parts of life. The up parts are
Yes.
not so difficult. You can manage
No.
those pretty well. But
You can
it's
have
those
joy in the good times,
places
but
where
can
we
you have
get
joy in the
down.
bad times?
That's right. And so today we want to talk about, you can stop a storm.
Yes, your faith.
Your
Your
faith
faith,
can stop
your
a
faith
storm.
can stop a storm. And so we're trying to do this together with you, because it's not like, we have all the answers. No, we do have some that will be helpful. But,
Yes, yes.
it's the faith, it's the believing, it's the holding on to what you can't see that helps us to get through these difficult, tough times. Right, Karen?
That's it's so right. I think that one of the things that we want to say here is that almost nothing in the earth is any stronger than when you combine love and faith
Mm,
together. When
mm,
those two things are, faith is sometimes a hard word for people because it's tough to describe faith, because it's kind of invisible.
it
It's
is.
an invisible thing, but it brings things to where they become visible.
Right.
That faith pulls the invisible into the visible. Yeah, that's good right there.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
it really is.
It's true.
And
True.
so a lot of times faith feels like a bad word to people because they feel like you're saying you're not doing what you're supposed to do. But the truth is about us, all people, is God made us faith beings.
That's right.
We
That's
are
right.
faith beings.
That's right.
We're not like just the animals. We have the ability to have faith. And I just want to talk about one really cool story in the Bible, is where Jesus gets into the boat with his disciples, and then there comes a storm, and the scriptures say that this storm is bouncing up on these people in the water, and it says Jesus is asleep. I bet they're like, well, how are you sleeping through a storm? What's wrong with you? But they wake him up to say, we're perishing. Help us. Because that's what it feels like when you're in the midst of a storm. That storm might be an emotional storm, that might be a relational storm, a relationship with others. That storm could be a lot of different things. But we feel like we're perishing when a storm comes, especially a really high winds, lots of thunder, lots of lightning. We feel like the roof is coming off the house.
Right.
It's how we're made.
It's how
But
we're
we want to encourage you that what Jesus said was, he said, storm, be still. Stop it. Stop it. And it's so interesting because it speaks to who we are. I know who Jesus is, but Jesus was set an example right there.
right.
He set an
Right.
example
Right.
that
Right.
we can change things through our faith.
Yes. Yes. And
You-
he said the winds and they said the winds and the waves obey him. Okay.
yeah,
So
that's right.
guess what? If he is in us, they obey us too.
That's right. He said, greater works will we do than he did.
We need to be doing the same thing and having the same, faith in us.
That's right. I'm going to say this one thing too about faith, Gail, is faith has to have a hope with it.
Yes.
Hope is the substance of faith is the substance of things hoped for,
Right.
evidence of things not yet seen.
Right.
So if sometimes we don't want to hope, sometimes we just like, I'm not putting my hope out there. But we have to have desires, and there are desires that are in us, and we shouldn't ignore those desires. And sometimes we have to take the tough road.
Right.
We want to take the easy road, but sometimes we just got to take the tough one.
That's right.
But what we want to remember is when we have to take that hard road, the one we don't want to have to take,
Right.
sometimes that's tough love, but we still want to have faith.
Yes.
We still want to have faith that if we're walking down a very dark road that we don't want to be on, our faith becomes even more important than it is when we're going on a good road, which we need faith then too.
Right. We need faith all the time.
It's a constant.
It's a constant. And when we're walking in faith, trusting God, hoping in the things that God has given us to hope for, then we have peace. And ultimately what we're looking for in these situations that are trying and hard and rough and overwhelming is peace. We're looking for peace in it.
Yes.
But the Bible is full of paradigm shifts. He's always telling us to do things that are totally not, it's like, believe that I am rescuing you and believing that you're okay and you have joy, even if the boat is sinking. Okay.
Yes.
So these are paradigm shifts, but he's saying that because he is the power in us to give us the faith, to give us the joy, to give us the peace that we need in those situations. We've got to look to him. We've got to call on him. We've got to hope in him.
When we extend that faith that is in us, when we extend our hope and our faith, listen, things change. Yes. Storms have to stop.
Yes.
We are bigger than we think. We are bigger than we think we are, is what I'm trying to say here. Sure. There's more in us when we hone in and take things over to our faith and our love. Things happen that cannot happen without using that part of ourselves.
Yes, it's supernatural.
It's just in us. It's in us. Yes. It's in us. And that's what Gail and I want to bring to you today is we're bigger than we think.
That's right.
And the way to elevate, you hear that word everywhere, elevate. The way to elevate is faith.
Right.
The way to elevate is faith.
Yes.
So don't let go of your faith. Don't live in depression. Don't give up. Don't think just because things are nasty right now that they're going to stay nasty.
That's right.
Because they're not. They're not.
They're not.
When you add your faith in God to this nasty situation, things are going to improve.
Amen. That's
true. You want to know that. You want to know that it's going to change down in your knower. Down in your belief system, you want to know there's going to come a better day.
Yes.
There's going to be more money. There's going to be more of the things that you need. You're going to succeed more and more and more because you're holding that belief down in your belly of faith toward God. Amen. Don't let it go, ladies.
Don't let it go.
Don't let it go. It is there for you. It is there to fix the nasty situation.
Amen. We want to encourage you in the impossible. That's what we said. That's what this is all about. Where a situation or circumstance seems impossible, it is not. Nothing is impossible for you. Nothing is impossible.
When you trust God, nothing's impossible.
You've got everything you need. You've got everything you need. So hold on, but you need to stay close to him too. So we want to encourage you in that whatever you might be going through, it may seem impossible, but it's not. God is the God of all possibility. And so just hold on to him and hold on to your faith, hold on to your hope, hold on to God and live love. We're talking about living love, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Living love. And listen, we've got our conference coming up in September 13th in Oklahoma City with Karen there. We're going to be having it all over, but we're starting our first one in Oklahoma City, September 13th. Go to our website, livinglovewm.com. get all the information, look it up, register, and come on and be with us as we encourage you in the impossible, as we talk about living love when loving is hard. Okay.
Yes.
And this right now, you're on our YouTube channel. So we'd like for you to subscribe. We'd like for you to just continue to come with us and like and share, as this is Living Love WM also on YouTube. And so if you want to email us, that's livinglovewm@gmail.com. So communicate with us. Tell us what you're thinking. Tell us if you're having any kind of problems that you want us to be praying about, because we're going to be doing some praying, right?
That's right.
We're going to
Yes.
see some things.
And we need
changing.
your encouragement. We need your encouragement, ladies.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We need each other. And that's
Yeah.
what this is all about. So we're coming together to encourage you. You encourage us. And we hope to see you at our conference September 13th in Oklahoma City. LivingLoveWM.com. So go check it out.
And see what you think about our website.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Yes, yes, yes. Let us know. We love you, and we'll see you next time.